Did you know that you could run your entire email marketing workflow inside a simple chat window? And the best part is that you won't have to deal with coding, building segments, or set up flows manually. In this video, I will walk you through the exact process of how you can do it yourself. So here's what I'm working with: a clothing store's email account that's a mess. And step 1 is finding out just how bad it is. For most online stores, email makes more money than anything else, way more than ads or social media. So when the email side is a mess, the store is quietly losing money every month, and nobody even notices. Now, all of that email is handled in one place, a tool called Omnisend. If you have never heard of it, Omnisend is an email and text marketing platform built for online stores. It's where you write your campaigns, set up the automatic emails, keep your whole customer list, and see what's actually making money. And the reason it matters here is that Omnisend connects straight to Claude. So instead of building all of this by hand, I can just tell Claude what I want, and it does the work for me right inside the account. I will leave a link in the description for Omnisend so that you can follow along. I will also give away all the prompts I will use for free in the description. So first, I'll connect Claude to the Omnisend account. I'll click Customize in Claude's sidebar, then Connectors, then Add, and in the dropdown, I'll hit Add Custom Connector. I'll name the connector Omnisend, paste in this link, which is Omnisend's MCP address, and after a couple of seconds, it's set up. Without an MCP connector, Claude cannot access your account, so it's a mandatory step. Now, before I ask it for anything big, I want to be sure it's actually reading my account, so I'll tell it exactly that. It comes back with the store, the currency, and how many contacts, campaigns, and automations I've got, all pulled live. It even flags the one thing I should worry about, that 60 people have already unsubscribed, which in a store this small is a brutal opt-out rate. Next, I want Claude to look at my account like a paid consultant and tell me exactly where I'm losing money. The 3 biggest leaks ranked, with the real numbers behind each one. First, it shows me that almost all of my revenue, around 87%, comes from email, so any problem in there hits the whole business. Then it lays out the 3 leaks. The first is that my automatic emails are switched off, the ones that send themselves when a customer does something like leaving without checking out, and those are the most valuable emails a store has because they reach someone who was already about to buy. Mine were built and then left off, so in 3 months they sent 18 emails and made nothing. The second leak is that people are leaving the list almost as fast as new ones join. And the third is that I'm not grouping my customers at all, so even the campaigns that already work can't do any better. Next, I'll push it for one clear number, so I'll ask it to add all 3 leaks up and show me the math. After it works through everything, it lands on 3,111 euros a month I'm leaving on the table. Honestly, that's a hefty amount for a store this size. And it adds that this is about 78% of what my email already earns me, so fixing it would almost double my email revenue in one go. It even breaks the math down leak by leak. And to be fair, it flags that some of those numbers are industry benchmarks, not exact facts from my account. Then I'll jump into Omnisend itself to double check, and it's already flagging the same thing, rating my list health as only fair and telling me to clean or review nearly 90% of my contacts. So it's not just the AI being dramatic, Omnisend is saying the exact same thing. So in about 2 minutes, without opening a single report myself, I know exactly where this store is losing money and how much. But finding the leak is the easy part, and the fix starts with the one thing this store was barely doing at all. And that one thing is grouping the customers. It's where a big chunk of that wasted money was coming from. Right now, the store treats all of its customers as one big list, so the same email goes to everyone, whether they bought yesterday or haven't opened anything in a year. That's the fastest way to push people to unsubscribe, which is exactly what we just saw. The fix is to split them into groups based on what they actually do, so I can send the right people the right thing instead of blasting everybody. The boring part about this process is that you usually have to click through filters for about an hour to build each group manually. But I'm not going to do that, and I'm not even going to tell it which groups to make. I'll just ask Claude to look at my customers and build the 4 groups that will make me the most money. Then I'll jump over to Omnisend, and there they are, already built and filled in with real live counts. That would have taken me an hour of clicking, and Claude just did it in one prompt. The big one is a group of 71 winnable lapsed buyers. These are people who bought before, went quiet, but are still opening my emails, and that last part is what makes them worth winning back instead of chasing people who are long gone. Keep in mind it built that from real behavior, not random guesses. Right next to it is a group of 79 VIPs. They are my best, highest spending customers who are still around. The other 2 came back small or even empty, like the people who browsed through the store but never bought a single thing, sitting at absolute 0. And honestly, that's a good sign. fine, because it means the AI only builds a group when there's real behavior behind it, instead of inventing people. Now, a group is only useful if I can find it again, so next I'll ask it to tag every one of those VIPs as a VIP. It tags the whole group, and it even tells me what they're worth in past sales, so I know exactly why these are the people to protect. Then, I'll ask it to build one more group. Everyone who hasn't opened a single email in 120 days. Claude found 65 of them. And I will stop emailing these people instead of relaunching another campaign to make them active. Because if a bunch of people never open your emails, it will actively ruin the health of your contact list. So in a couple of minutes, just by describing what I wanted, my whole customer list is sorted the way a real email pro would do it. And now that I've got 71 people worth winning back, the big question is what I will actually send them. So the answer is a win-back email. And the best part is I don't even have to write a single word myself. Here's the problem with most win-back emails. They sound like a robot wrote them, and lapsed customers can spot a generic one instantly. So instead of guessing at the right tone, I'll have Claude study the store's own best emails first, the ones that actually got opened, and I'll tell it to match that exact voice. On top of that, I want 3 subject lines to choose from, and I want to know my current open rate so I can see the bar I'm trying to beat. And the offer I'll go with is 15% off with the code COMEBACK15. First, it tells me the bar. Right now, about half the people who get my emails actually open them, which is already really high, so beating it is genuinely hard. Then it writes the whole email, and it nails my store's voice, friendly and human instead of corporate, opening with, "It's been a while, and honestly, it hasn't been the same without you," and slipping the 15% off in as a little reveal near the end instead of a shouty discount banner. It also hands me 3 subject lines, each one built to beat that open rate, with its top pick being, "We miss you, here's 15% off to come back," and the whole thing is kept as a draft, nothing sent, so I can look it over first. Now, I don't have to just trust which subject line it thinks is best. I can let my customers decide with an A/B split test. An A/B split test just means I'll try 2 versions on a small slice of the group first, see which one gets opened more, then send the one that worked best to everyone else. So I'll ask it to do exactly that. Take the 2 strongest subject lines, test them on 30% of the group, and after 4 hours, send the winning one to the rest of the list. It builds the test, and then it does something I didn't expect. It predicts which subject line is going to win, and backs it with my own history. It picks the, "Okay, we'll admit it, we miss you" line, because the store already ran a "We miss you" email once that hit 65% opens, way above average. So that angle is proven to work on these exact people. So I've gone from 71 quiet customers to a finished win-back campaign that tests its own subject line, and I still haven't written a single word myself. But a campaign is still one email I have to hit send on myself, and the biggest leak from that audit wasn't about the emails I send at all. So the biggest leak of all wasn't a campaign I forgot to send, it was a whole set of emails that are supposed to run on their own, sitting switched off. These are called automations, or flows, and they're the emails that send themselves the moment a customer does something that triggers them. For example, if someone signs up, they get a welcome email, and if someone leaves without checking out, they get a reminder. It all happens on its own, 24/7, without anyone lifting a finger. And that accurate timing is exactly why these are the highest earning emails a store can use, because they reach someone at the one moment they actually care. And there's actually a name for this. It's called speed to lead. It basically means the faster you reach someone after they show interest, the more likely they are to buy, because that interest fades fast. Someone who just added a shirt to their cart is ready to buy right now, but wait a few hours and that urge is mostly gone. So an automatic email that hits them right then, while they still care, makes way more than the same email sent a day later. Right now, mine are switched off, and that alone is a big chunk of the money the store is losing. So I'll ask Claude to build the automatic emails my store is missing, and design them around my actual store. And I'll tell it to leave every one of them switched off for now, so I can check them first before anything goes live. The first one it builds is a welcome series, 3 emails for every new subscriber. And another thing it did, without me even asking, was design the timing around my store. Because my shirts are cheap, they're impulse buys at about 10 euros. So instead of spreading the emails out over weeks, it packs them into a few days while people are still in the mood to spend money. It puts my best-selling shirt in the second email, and it stops the whole series the moment someone buys, so nobody keeps getting nagged after they've already paid. Then it builds the big one we actually needed, the abandoned cart series. 3 emails that fire when someone leaves items behind, with the discount code on the last one. That's the single highest earning automation any store can run, and the old one I had was making nothing. And it doesn't stop there. It also builds one that recommends a matching item after someone buys, and another that nudges people who looked at a product but never added it to their cart. So now I've got 4 automatic emails all built, but they're switched off for now. I'll look through each one and turn them on once I'm happy they're right. Now those welcome emails only matter if new people are actually signing up to to the list in the first place. But most people who visit the store just look around and leave without ever giving me their email. So I need a way to catch them before they go. And that's exactly what a pop-up is for. A pop-up is just a little box that appears on the website, and it waits until someone's about to click away, then offers them a deal if they type in their email to join. So I'll ask Claude to build one that gives new people 10% off to sign up. It builds the pop-up and connects it straight to the welcome series. So the second someone signs up through it, they automatically start getting those welcome emails with no work from me. So now the whole thing feeds itself. The pop-up brings new people in, and the welcome emails take over from there. So the store's gone from automatic emails switched off and losing money to a full system that catches people at the exact moment they matter, all of it running without me doing a thing. But it's not running yet. None of it. And if I just rush in and flip every switch, I could quietly make things worse instead of better. So everything's built and ready to go now. And the only thing left is to actually turn it all on. I'll ask Claude to go through everything it built in normal language and confirm that nothing has actually been sent or switched on yet. It recaps the whole thing: the customer groups, the win-back campaign, the 4 automatic emails, and the pop-up. And instead of just trusting its own memory, it runs a live check on the account and confirms it. Nothing has gone out and nothing is switched on. And the fact that it checks the real account instead of just taking its own word for it makes it a little more trustworthy. But then it catches the one thing that would have been really bad for the store. The store still has old, half-built versions of some of these emails switched on from before, an old welcome and an old abandoned cart. So if I just turn on my new ones, customers would get both the old one and the new one, so they'd be emailed twice. And getting hit twice with the same type of emails is exactly the kind of thing that makes people unsubscribe. So I'll tell it I'm ready to go live and ask for the exact safe order to switch everything on, and it lays it all out for me. First, turn off the old duplicate flows, then switch on the new ones, then turn on the pop-up, and last, schedule the win-back campaign to go out. And I'll go through and do every one of those myself, so nothing goes live until I say so. So a store that was quietly losing 3,000 euros a month now has its entire email setup rebuilt and running. And I did the whole thing from a simple chat window without touching a single dashboard or writing a line of code. And honestly, this is the exact same thing you could set up on your own store. It's also free to start, and connecting it to Claude only takes a couple of minutes. So sign up to Omnisend with my link in the description and let Claude find where your store's losing money. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.